Alright, hi y'all, I'm back and I'm better. It's just Amy, and I'm gonna give y'all the requested video y'all asked for, which is y'all asked the video on me explaining how I got expelled 2 times in both counties. Okay, so y'all, we're finna start with freshman year. I was a brand new little 14-year-old freshman walking into high school, feeling like, I'm free. Because that's how everybody feel when they walk into high school, you feel me? They feel like they're free, they could do anything, you feel me? So it was like, wow, like I'm in high school now. I'm not a baby no more. So I just went out of control. I was just like, you know what, bump what everybody say, because the first saying that they tell you when you get into high school, don't mess up your freshman year. I took that in one ear and out the other. I was just like, nah, bro, that's fake. Like, that's just a myth, you feel me? That's not gonna affect me later. Okay, so let's talk about my freshman year. I got a boyfriend, thinking, oh, it's all about him. Don't worry about everything else, just worry about him. So I got a little boyfriend or whatever, and you feel me? I was skipping class to be with him. I was, sneaking around, being late to class, and like, it was bad because like my grades was horrible, and then it wouldn't make sense because all the APs would be like, just say me, why your boyfriend got better grades than you and you got all these low grades? And it's just like, what are you doing? Just say me. So you feel me? I felt embarrassed, to be honest, because I'm just like, is he right? Like, but then at the same time, back then I was just like, oh, that don't matter. Like, I'm different. Like, we're 2 different people. So, okay, so it was probably like a month of us dating, a month into high school. And there was this girl in my gym who I just felt like, in general, just didn't like me. Because every time she'll look at me, she'll just give me this stank look. And it's just like, hi, like, what's up? So I remember we was in lunch one day, and my ex and his little football buddies was going to get lunch, and I was following behind him like I normally do as a normal routine. And you feel me, I went and I was on my phone. I think I was on Instagram, probably, I don't know, I don't remember. And you feel me, she was getting her lunch coming out the line, and the line is right here, and I'm walking this way and she's walking, and we went boop, hard. Like, when I tell you hard, like, it's the moment where you gasp for air. You're like, whoa. And so I said out loud, I was like, damn. And then, you feel me, she turned around and she was like, she was like, you bumped into me, and I'm just like, I looked at her and I'm just like, I know damn well you didn't just call me a B, and then turn around and get loud. Like, and then I told her, I was like, bit, it was on accident. Like, I didn't see you. And then she, she got like all defensive and shit, and she had a tray in her hand. So I got mad. I was just like, I'm not gonna let her, do that to me. And mind you, she was 11th grade, I was a freshman. So what I did was I pushed her, and then, you feel me, that's when she got mad, and I think it was her sister, I don't know who the hell it was. She got in the way, and she was like, no, don't touch her, don't touch her. And I'm just looking at her, I'm like, move. So I pushed the sister, I was like, move. And then both of them had a tray, and I just dropped it on the floor. I spilled it. And then that's when the APs came, and they was like, oh, what's going on? Woo-doo-woo-doo. And then the AP that messed with me, Ms. McDonough, she took me and she was like, we're not fighting. You're a freshman. And then, you feel me, when we got to the office, I told her what happened, and I wasn't at fault because, you feel me, I'm a freshman. Mind you, 3 juniors were on me about to basically jump me because I was touching her sister or whatever, but I wasn't finna back down. And I wasn't at the wrong because I just bumped into her. You feel me? All I did wrong was I knocked their plate down on the floor and I made a mess. But that's it. And so what did I get? I got 1 day suspension for that. So that was my first mess up in high school, like first time. And you feel me, I don't know, it wasn't really that bad. They switched out my gym, and it was like from there on, and nothing ever happened. So mind you, ever since that time, I joined the basketball team. I made JV. I just was skipping a lot, and my grades were horrible. Like, the thing with Forest Hill basketball, they don't care about your grades. Well, my coach didn't. And so like I had like F's, and he still let me play. You feel me? You're not supposed to let somebody with a low GPA play basketball. So I was playing with nasty grades, skipping class, getting phone calls home from teachers to my mom, all that. Like, teachers used to tell my coach, oh, don't let her play the game today, and then you'll see me at the game playing, and it's like, where's her punishment? But yeah, so I was skipping. I got caught skipping like so many times. Like, I got sent to ISS about 100 times, like 100 times. You feel me? I got like sent home so many times for just like disrespecting teachers. What else happened? I just was horrible. And then around, I think the beginning of June, I had this little best friend I had. And you feel me? The best friend that I have now, they were beefing with each other. And you feel me? They was trying to jump my best friend that I have now. And so what I did, my best friend was at her little track thing because she was in track at the time. And so I told her, I was like, go to track, I'm gonna handle it. So I saw the girls that was gonna jump her, and I was like, so what's up? Why are you trying to jump my friend? Because if y'all trying to jump, I'm finna be right there. And they were all like, no, Whoop the Whoop said that y'all wanted to jump us, so we were wounded. So it was basically like he said, she said stuff. So you feel me? I was like, so where's Whoop the Whoop? And then there was like, she's in the locker room. So I took my little self into the locker room. Mind you, I'm on the team. I'm on the basketball team. I didn't care at that point. And my basketball girls were in the locker room. They had, I guess it was like, they had, I don't know what it was. I think it was almost practice, and I didn't have practice that day. But the varsity's girls did. So they were getting dressed. And so I walked in there and I was like, so why are you saying this and that? Woo, woo. Like, I spoke a little bit. And then she just got disrespectful. Like, she was yelling. Like, she was like, but don't come at me like that. And I'm just like, who are you yelling at? Like, I hate when people, like, I get so, like, everything, just the buttons go boop, 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 boop when somebody yells at me. So I just went and I pushed. I just went boop. And that's when, you know, she pushed back, and then hands started going, and that's when my basketball girls came at me and they was like, no, you're on the basketball team, all this, and then they separated us when we fought. So nobody heard about it. Like, it was all clear. Like, no teacher heard us, no nothing. Everyone in that locker room was like, shh, don't say nothing, don't get yourself in trouble. But so from how mad I was, and how everyone knows when I'm mad, like, I cannot calm down. Like, I can't at all. So you feel me? I can't calm down. So you feel me? I was out there in the gym, and I guess the AP, Dr. P, he saw me. He was like, what happened? Woo woo, da da da. And then like the boys, because they heard what happened, they was like, don't say nothing. And I was just like, nothing, I'm just mad. And then somebody outside opened their big mouth and was like, oh, they just fought, whoop 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 whoop. And somebody, I guess, recorded it. And I guess the next day I came to school thinking, you know, nothing happened. And I get called in the office, and they was like, so you're gonna tell us what happened? And I told them, but I kind of lied so I wouldn't get in trouble. And like, so she wouldn't, even the girl I fought wouldn't get in trouble. So we wouldn't both get in trouble. It was just like, oh, you know, we got an altercation, that's it. So I lied. I was like, nah, we didn't fight, we was just arguing. And then my favorite AP was like, just say me. If you're lying to me, you're really gonna get days. Like, you better tell me right now. And I was like, nah, we was just arguing. So a couple days passed by, and then they called me in the office again, and she's there too. So you feel me? I'm thinking, you know, I had her back. I was like, we're not both gonna get in trouble. We fought. Okay, we fought, but we're not gonna get each other in trouble. Like, you don't get suspended, I don't get suspended. So you feel me? She went and read it and was like, oh yeah, we fought. There's a video, and I guess one of her little friends who recorded it showed the video to the people. So I got 3 days, she got 3 days. Yeah, it was 3 days. I don't honestly remember if it was 3 days. It was something, but it wasn't that much because, you feel me, they didn't see it, and like, it wasn't like out there like, oh, okay, the principal had to stop the whole school, make an announcement. No, it was just like, oh, okay, it happened, low-key. So yeah, that was my basically first fight at Forest Hill. So yeah, like, you feel me, that was like my peaking point to get expelled. It was just like, just saying, you're skipping, you're getting suspended about like 5 times in the past months, you're you're failing, whoop de woo, you're fighting, like you're gonna get expelled. So you feel me? I just was like, I gotta stop. And my best friend was like, just say me, we're gonna get you on track. But you feel me? It worked for like 2 days, and then I was right back to skipping, right back to doing whatever I was doing. And I was just like not caring at all. So you feel me? It was like around March, at the end of the year, you know, it's about the end of the year. I was skipping with my best friend, and I guess the APs already knew what was up. Like, they was like, this girl's gonna skip today. So they was like, we're gonna catch her. So we were by the art room, and all I hear is like the AP saying, they're in that bathroom, we need a lady. So they got the art teacher and they told her to come in the bathroom. So I was fed up that day. Like, I was just like, you know what, I don't even care no more. Like, expel me. So when the lady came in there, she was like, yeah, they're in here. I walked right out and I was like, just expel me. And then he was like, oh, this is what we're doing because we're getting tired of this. You're a little freshman. And like, he was talking to me in a way where I was just like getting mad. So I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, I was just like, I said that shit blank. Like, I was just like, shut the fuck up. And then that's when he was like, oh yeah, I'm telling the principal now, woo de woo, like, you're getting expelled, ba-da-da-da. And then from there, Dr. P was like, I'm sorry, but like, it's true, you gotta get expelled. Like, it's not working, you feel me? And I was like, all right. So I walked out of the school because I got mad. So yeah, my fault. They, you know, you feel me? They was like, just let me get expelled, woo de woo. And it's like, I was so fed up that I just walked out of school. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I just walked out. Even they told me to sit in the office, I walked right out the school. And I called my mom and I was crying. And I was like, I'm so tired of this school. They keep messing with me, da-da-da. All this. You know, my mom's like my best friend. So she understood. She was like, I know, just say me and all this and that. She was like, we moved to Port St. Lucie at the time. So you feel me? I had the alternative to go to school in Port St. Lucie or stay in West Palm. Like, my mom drove every day. So she was like, just say me, you can just go, let's see, we can ask the teachers if you can go to school up here from getting expelled, all this. So she left work. They picked me up and they put me back in the office. My mom came. My mom was just like, what is happening, all this. They told her, they was like, your daughter's getting expelled, she's not allowed here for a year, all this stuff. And you feel me? My mom was like, okay. So then they told my mom, they was like, what do you want to do? Do you want to put her in alternative school? And then Dr. P knew me. Like, he knew I live in Port St. Lucie because from when I play ball, like, they know where I come from. So he was like, but I can give you this. Like, we can put expulsion on her paper, but you feel me? We don't have to put her in alternative school. We could just say that, you know, she moved out of county and you can go to school out of county. So my mom was like, yeah, just do that and withdraw her and stuff. And so that's what he did. And you feel me? That's what happened. Like, I just went to school in Port St. Lucie, which is Fort Pierce Central, and I just started going to school there. And like, for the 2 more months that I had of school, y'all, when I'm gonna get back to the second time I got expelled in the next clip. Okay, so y'all, the second time I got expelled. So it is my sophomore year and I'm going to school in Fort Pierce Central, which is in Port St. Lucie. So I got another little boyfriend and my whole world went down. It was just like, okay, now I gotta worry about him. Now I gotta do this and that. Like, I was so worried about him. Like, I did not care about nothing. I didn't even care about basketball. That's how serious it was, to the point where I was being retarded. Like, I didn't care about basketball. Basketball was my life to me the first few months. After I got that boyfriend, it was about him. Him. I would skip practice, be late to practice just for him. So when I got him, I started skipping a little bit. It wasn't like how I was my freshman year. It was just like a little bit, you know, skipping out one class I didn't like, you feel me? So it was like a little bit, but it wasn't major. I was still having good grades. I was still up there. I was still worrying. But then, you feel me? Then comes this new girl. It was a new girl that, you know, the girl I was best friends with at that school at the time, she knew her. And I had the girl on Snapchat. So, you feel me? I was sitting there, like, you know, with my little best friend or whatever, and we was sitting there at lunch. And the new girl comes up to her, And then my best friend's like, oh, this is my best friend. Just say me, whoop de whoop, meet y'all each other. And then she just said, and I'm looking at her like, and I was like, hi. And then she was like, and I'm just like, so when she walked away, you feel me, to not start problems, because I'm not trying to get messed up. I told my best friend, I was like, what is wrong with her? She don't like me? And she was like, oh no, she probably think you pretty. Like, she was stuttering with it too. Like, she knew what's up. She knew I felt some type of way after that. So the day went on, and we saw her again. The female looked at me wrong again. A freaking again. She just said, we was walking, and you feel me, we crossed ways, and she was like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Excuse my profanity, but it was just so ridiculous to me. And so I went to my class, I think it was like my 4th period, and I texted my best friend. I was like, you feel me, if stuff go down today, don't get mad. Like, I was just like, you know what, I can't resist it. Like, I'm getting mad. Like, she's ticking me off. Like, I don't like somebody looking at me like that. If you got a problem, come up and say it. So, you feel me, my best friend, she was like, the reason she did all that oh no stuff is because she didn't want us to fight, because that was her friend. She didn't want to see her best friend and her little friend fight on some fake shit. I know. Oh no, look, you already was gonna get sent to alternative school. You already got kicked out of one school. Don't do it. You know, the minute you fight, is you're done, you're out. I didn't care. I was just so mad. So I texted a girl on Snapchat. I was like, what is your problem? And then she was just like, oh, B, I know you ain't come and text me. You just walked past me and you ain't even say nothing, but now you all got all mouth through a phone. Oh, you scary. And then I was like, I'm not scary. Like, no, I'm not scared. I was like, I'm not trying to start nothing that, you know, probably ain't even nothing big. And she was just like, sit your little down, because you about 4 feet tall and I'll beat your ass. So I was like, oh, you'll beat my ass? Mine? Okay. So I told her, I was like, what building you in? She's talking about some senior building. I was all the way in sophomore building. Mind you, the school is huge. Senior building is that dresser, and sophomore building is this one. I was all the way over there. So I had a sub that day. I was like, sir, can I use the bathroom? The people on my table knew what was up. They saw how mad I was. They saw I was not coming back. I didn't bring my backpack. I didn't bring nothing. I took my phone. I texted her. I said, I'm on my way. Asked to go to the bathroom. I walked my little self from there all the way to there. I went to her thing, and you feel me, she came out her class. Boom. She was like, so what's up? And I'm like, the first thing I told her, I kid you not, she's white, you feel me? First thing I was like, you're not black. Talk proper. Because I don't like people who talk like they something they not. And she was like, that's how I talk. And I'm like, she was already annoying me with her voice. So I was like, all right. So I told her to get out the pod. Because if you know Fort Pierce Central, it has pods. It don't have just, oh, you walk into class. No, it has a pod and it has an outside area. So I told her to go out to the outside area so we have space. So then she was like, okay, what's up? So my ghetto self, I took my shoes off because I had my Air Forces on. I took them off. And I was like, what's up, bro? Like, what? I was like, what's the issue? And then she talking about some, you the one who came at me. I don't even know you. What? And then she said something like, oh, you're mad because I boom, 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 you're a nigga. And she was talking about my ex that I guess they did the woo. And yeah, she was talking about it to get me mad. don't mind that. I left marks on her face. She left like a little mark right here. But you feel me? It was that. The APs came, right? This where everything went backwards. Like, he came, he grabbed me. He was like, just say me. No. Woo, woo. He was dragging me. So I got mad because I'm just like, no, bro, I'm not done. And I started saying it. I was like, that's why you got your ass beat. That's why you got your ass beat. And then I was just hot. It was hot. Everything was hot. And you feel me? She was like, no, bitch. Da, 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 da. So then I turned around, like, while I was in his arms, I said, in his face, well, not his face, but his shoulder. And I was like, get off of me. Get off of me. And then that's when he got the police, and they grabbed me, and they basically restrained me. And it was like, if you don't calm down, you're going to the police station. If you don't calm down, you're going to police. Calm down, calm down. So at that point, I had to calm down, because if I wouldn't have calmed down, I would have been to the police station, and I would have been arrested for hitting a freaking AP and not listening to authorities. So I had to walk the whole school to the office in handcuffs. Everyone saw me because it was lunchtime. Everyone. I was so embarrassed. Like, I was just like, oh my God. And I had no shoes on. They were holding my shoes. And yeah, like, you feel me? I knew it was done for me. So when I got there, the principal immediately looked at my freak. I don't like this principal. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't like her because she judged me by my past, and she didn't look at what I was doing like from this year. She looked at last year, like the beginning. She saw expulsion, fighting, skipping, teachers, woo. Like, she didn't look at, oh, okay, her 10th grade year, she got honor roll. She was doing good. Her teachers wrote good reviews. Her teachers called her mom saying how good she is. Like, she didn't look at that. She just looked, oh, yeah, this a bad child. So she was like, oh, yeah, you're going to an alternative school, boot, da woot, da woot. So, you feel me? I asked her, I was like, is the new girl going to alternative school? Because the new girl that I fought, she was like, she got expelled from that school that we were both at, the one that we're at, too. Like, she got expelled and came back this year. So, you feel me? I was like, and then I came back after the 10 days, and you feel me? Hell went through. They saw me, and it was like, weren't you supposed to be at the all-girls school, your alternative school, all this? Mind you, I seen a girl I fought at lunch. I was like, oh, wow, she's walking perfectly fine. She's walking perfectly fine. No, me, I gotta get expelled. So I told her, I was like, that's not fair. Like, how the hell I get expelled? But she don't get expelled. And then I was like, I told her, I got mad. I was like, call all my teachers. They will all tell you I'm this perfect student. I was like, I got honor roll. I got A's and B's. I was like, I'm good. I'm passing. Woo to woo. I was like, I'm finishing my credit retrieval classes. I was just yelling. Like, I was so mad. And then I was like, call my coach. My coach knows I'm good. She said I'm a turnaround child. I'm good. So she did it. She called all my teachers. They all proved her wrong. They was like, Giuseppe's a good child. Everyone makes mistakes. That's all that every single one of my teachers said that. Everyone makes mistakes. And the one thing they all said, they was like, Giuseppe has her days where she's upset or she got a little attitude, but she don't let that affect her learning. All of them said that. And that just made the lady, she was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to give you one more chance. She was like, oh yeah, you're out my school, sorry, woo-doo-woo. And I was so mad. Like, I was just like, you know what? And then I told her, I was like, fuck you. Like, I don't care. And my mom was like, fuck that lady, because at the end of the day, the lady did never like have faith in me. Like, at first my mom was like, oh, she good, woo-doo. No, lady never had faith in me. She never believed in me. She just went by my record. So at the end of the day, I got sent to alternative school. I've been at alternative school since, I think, the end of February. I've been doing good. It's helping me. It's like easier for me.